Okay. Well, I think we're all ready to go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Legends of Heroes Trails to Azure. Where we last left off, oh man, that was. We finished chapter 4, and I gotta say, there was a lot that happened that I'm still processing that still shook me. That probably had to be the craziest sequence of events that I've seen in this series so far. Where to begin? So we went to go check with Mitchell about what happened with, freaking Arios. Oh my god, I blanked. And he just left out of nowhere. And, before that, I also, finished some, tie up some loose ends, like the fishing minigame and all that stuff, so that. But in story-wise, we went to go with Arios to check out Arios, like, what's going on. We don't know, like, the bracers are a little bit concerned. And then we got a call from Lecter. And Lecter told us to meet him at the old Rivace HQ, where we met up with him. And when we met up with him, he was basically telling us, hey, this wasn't the Empire that did that attack on Crossbell with the Red Constellation. Someone else hired them. And Kilika also confirmed that too. And they both confirmed the fact, both Kilika and Lecter, that Calvert and Ereboni are ready to invade. And we were like, oh snap. And we found out that we come to the conclusion that it was Dieter that hired them in order to like make Erebonia look bad and give us a reason to like go independent, because Dieter just went full crazy with power in a sense and made himself president. And then we find out that the whole thing with the cult, the whole situation with them was they were puppets. They were being manipulated by Dieter. And then we find out when Arios took KEA to Michelin, and we followed them there and fought a bunch of like cryptids. We saw Arios with Maribel, who I kind of assumed that, especially since the intermission thing, but she was like full on Disney villain like costume, like Maleficent looking like attire, and I was like, what is happening? And we find out that the Croy family was a family that was chosen to pass down the treasure of the Septarians, one of the 7 Septarians, which is the Mirage one, I think it was called, Septarian Mirage, which was KEA. And for a while, they didn't have it, and then recently, they gave KEA basically to the cult as an object of worship. So the cult was just basically being manipulated without realizing, and they were just using them for their own means, and that they were their ancestors were the ones that built the towers, Stargazer's Tower, the battle, like with the bells and everything, and with the Geofront. All of that was planned from the very beginning. And Dieter and Ouroboros collaborated to help, which with the convincing of KEA to help protect Crossbell, which got like a bunch of archasms, the same ones that I forget what they're called, but the ones that what's her name? Like Potter Modder. Wait, I can just look at the names here, right? Ren. I don't know why I forgot for some reason. Because a lot happened, and the same one that Ren has, and they just went to town on the armies. Like, they destroyed the Calvert army, they destroyed the Erebonian army, and Dieter just went full insane. I think I don't know what his motives are. I think he really does want to protect Crossbell, or I don't know if he's just freaking crazy and, like, diabolical. Like, I think because Maribel seems more evil than anything, which is kind of interesting, I guess. I mean, I guess it'd be kind of boring if it was like the same, like just a typical I always been evil like always been diabolical. Look, if it's just Maribel, I can like look over that, I guess, because I kind of was shocked that she was even part of this in a sense. If Dieter's the same way though, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed, but it doesn't take away really the whole thing for me. But yeah, that was a whole crazy events. And we find out, so okay, unfortunately, I messed this up in the beginning of the game. There is a thing in the background, and this is why I had to use the guide for most of this game, where the blind reporter, Nielsen, I think his name is, if you keep following his storyline throughout the game, he gives you an indication of what happened to Guy. And I saw this in the video, and apparently you come to the conclusion that the person who killed Guy was someone close to him, because he had to drop his guard down for him to get killed like the way he did. And we find out, if you think about that, you kind of guess who it is. But later in the game, it confirms that it was Arios. Because Lloyd legitimately asked Arios, "Hey, did you kill my brother?" And he just said yes. And then end. And Noel found out. Noel is part of the new Crossbelt Defense Force, the CDF. So now I think we're in prison. I don't know what's going on. So we go straight into it and see what happened. Oh my gosh, that's... From that day forward, the independent state of Crossbell, by virtue of its categorical and inviolable power, promoted a daring diplomatic coalition. The proposal: the establishment of the United Nations of Jamiria, with Crossbell as its leader. Oh, wow! Dieter wants to rule the continent, huh? This framework, which prohibited all military action and guaranteed free economic activity, was enticing to small countries and autonomous states suffering under the Empire and the Republic's iron fist. Libero, Remiferia, and Arteria initially opposed the Union as excessive and imperious, but in time they too capitulated, unable to push back against the growing momentum. In Calvert, an economic crisis arose as a result of the events in Crossbell. Before long, anti-immigration terrorism began to run rampant within the Republic. Oh no. Meanwhile, Erebonia found itself engulfed in a civil war between the noble and reformist factions, as rumors spread that the Blood and Iron Chancellor had been assassinated? What? Unofficially, Ouroboros made its endorsement of Crossbell known to every nation on the continent. What is happening? Soon nothing and no one would be able to stand in the way of President Croix's ambitions. A red Constellation assault ship, the Beowulf. What is happening? Boring! That went by way too quickly. How come those big hunks of metal get to have all the fun? No one's even tried to evade anymore after they wiped that first wave clean off the continent. Everything all right, Shirley? Oh, hey, Daddy. I was wondering, don't you think it's time we got out of this place? Things are really hitting the fan over in the Empire. It would be way more fun over there, wouldn't it? The Republic sounds like a blast, too. Anywhere but here, really. We still have a contract to fulfill. You're feeling bored, you can always occupy yourself with that delinquent. Wald, I guess he could put up a good fight when he demonizes, but when he's off his pills, I have a better time squaring off against sewer rats. Besides, he went out to do his own thing for today. Heck if I know where dough. What about our new friends for the society? They seem plenty entertaining. I don't know, they're not bad, but I'm not sure if we're compatible, you know. Plus, that brawny armor looks way out of my league. Very perceptive of you. Still, you only waste away sulking like this. What about our little deserter? He's making his way over to Mainz as we speak. Oh, yeah? Still hasn't learned his lesson yet, huh? Is he really stupid enough to put his dukes against us? Don't undersell him just yet. He's no weakling. Not as much as one as you seem to think, at least. Really? I'm just not seeing it. Well, whatever. If you think he's so tough, then you can have him, Daddy. That may be just for the best. Your new favorite playmate's still closer than you think, after all. Really? You mean she didn't go back to Calvert? Anyways, Force has been spotted near America Village. Intel says Yin has been among them ever since the raid on Crossbell City. He's a stubborn bastard, that Shao. Turns out the entertainment you're looking for has been here all along. Pfft, who cares about that four-eyed schmuck? I'm gunning for the real main attraction. Ah, yeah! Now I'm getting revved up. We never got a chance to go all the way back at Arkansas, but the next time I get my hands on her, I'm really gonna have some fun. Knock yourself out. I expect no less from you, Miss Orlando. So what happened? Oh, we're in mains, right? So we got... Yeah, oh... Dang. I wonder how he feels. Does he feel guilty or not really? Damn. Wald? Dino, what are you? Wald? It really is you, Wald. Where have you been? We've all been so worried. I'm so glad you're safe. Oh.
でもよく無事で
Everyone else got hurt pretty bad. A couple were let out of the hospital, but they haven't come back to Ignis at all. It's gonna be okay though, right, Wald? As long as you're here again, then. What?
Bardo,
The Saber Vipers are over. Don't bother trying to follow me. I'm not gonna say it twice. No, you can't mean that. Come on, Wald. You're our leader. The one we always been able to count on. The others said the demon who attacked us that night was you, but that can't be right. Tell me it's not true, Wald, please! Stop! Oh, is it? You have some nerve showing your face here, Wald Wales. After everything you put the downtown district through. Not on our watch. Somebody has to put a stop to you. Well, why did you do it? Who was even in for you? We know you're behind this. You turned that monster and wrecked our holy ground. You betrayed your men, spilled their blood. They trusted you, believe in you. You're despicable. So, where are Wheezy and Q-Ball? Not that they ever belonged here. They finally turned tail and run. Shut your damn mouth. They'll definitely come back. They're not like you. Oh yeah? They have their own mission, one they're duty bound to fulfill. That's why even if they leave the city, we know they haven't abandoned us. We may not know exactly what they're doing, but we believe in them. You'll laugh. Oh. A mission, huh? That's so. Maybe we'll get to sell things for good after all. Ain't that right? Wheezy! And with that, the focus on the Phantasmal Blaze plan now shifts to Erebonia. What? Oh, crap. Oh, fudge. This is going to be for the crossbow games, isn't it? Fudge. Oh, no. That is scary, isn't it? That's going to be the Cold Steel games. Is the focus now going to be... I need to know... Okay, you know what's crazy? I know people... Okay, I'll say this, because I know there's a lot of controversy with those games. Actually, it's weird. People also have a bunch of controversy with this one, too, even though a lot of people said this is one of the best ones. So there's also a good chunk of people that have issues with it, which is fine. But Cold Steel has a very interesting reputation from out here, from the outside, because a lot of people like it, but apparently a lot of people hate it. But the reason that is that people like it is because a lot of people started on Cold Steel, which is fine. Apparently you could start on Cold Steel and it'll be fine. But like, if you didn't, then it'd be kind of weird to transition, because for some people it's a downgrade, for some they don't care. It's not, but like, I'm very curious to see how it is. I'm more curious and in a sense excited, because I'm curious what this is all about with Cold Steel. Like, what Erebonia seems to be a focus, because apparently here I didn't notice. Initially, Zero and Azure wasn't going to be made next after the Sky games. It was going to be the Cold Steel games. They had a draft ready. But when they were doing the draft for Cold Steel, they realized, there's a lot of things we could do in Crossbell, and Crossbell seems important, so we'll just do that first. So they did the Crossbell games in order to give more context to Cold Steel. And apparently, I don't know how I feel about this. Apparently, there's some things that there might be potential spoilers about Cold Steel in this that I still haven't seen yet. Which, I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess we'll see. Will you be staying here to observe for the time being like we planned? That is correct. I will remain at hand until the proper stage has been set in the Empire. Oh. Because, yeah, okay. I saw the timeline, kind of. Apparently this game, or someone told me this game takes place at the same time as Cold Steel 1. I don't know if that's true, or maybe I got that confused, but I heard about that. Which I wonder, because it does seem like I would understand if the Civil War, because I think the main thing about Cold Steel is going to be about the Civil War, and if that's the case, what just earlier in that little text in the beginning of the chapter talking about the Civil War happening, it's probably happening right now. So I think maybe Cold Steel 1 is happening during the end of Azure.
This new Subterranean of Zero compares quite favorably to the power of the long-absent Subterranean of Mirage. What's more, it seems to wield lacking abilities that the original Curve never possessed. I'm looking forward to see how far the Croy family's alchemy can take this.
My, Professor. You're just chomping at the bit over this, aren't you? Speaking of which, it seems our old rivals are finally starting to make their move. What? Yes, think of it as an opportunity. Their position differs inherently from our own, perhaps clarifying just how much we would be wise for the future.
I will trust the two of you to see to that. I intend to stay here and continue gathering data on the Subterranean of Zero, for it may have the potential to serve as the ultimate interface, one capable of linking mankind to the gods.
Oh, so... Oh, KEA. What have you done? KEA? Is it Maribel? Oh, it's Shizuku.
Shizuku.
Have your eyes recovered? Yes, the dizziness stopped and I could see colors again. Oh, she healed her eyes. It's all because of you, KEA. Thank you so much. I'm glad. But you don't have to thank me, Shizuku. You and everyone at the hospital worked hard for this, right? All I did was give the final push. If you say so. And besides, it'd be a waste not to put this power I was given to good use. This is a sacrifice I'm willing to make if it means I can give you the gift of sight back. Aww.
でも
But KEA, I mean, I'm happy, I really am. I've been blind for so long, I always felt like I only made life harder for Father. And all that time we've been best friends, I've never even seen your face. So now that I finally can, it makes me so happy that I could cry, but... Still, KEA, are you really okay? Is this really what you want? To be apart from Loy and the others? To be forced to do all these scary things? I don't like it. What they're doing to you isn't right. Miss Maribel, Mr. Croy, and not just them. Father, too. Shizuku. Thank you, Shizuku. I love you so much, but I'm fine. I knew what I was getting myself into when I made my decision, so you don't have to worry for my sake, okay? Oh. Fragments. Crossing False Paradise. Oh boy. Knox Prison. Ooh. Oh, we're in that prison in the next to the Crossbell Academy. Oh. The other members of the SSS are under protection in separate locations. I'm sorry to tell you that you're the only one here, Lloyd. You don't need to apologize to me. Protection is a funny way to put it, though, don't you think? Just exactly is what you're protecting us from. Ooh. I'm sure you pieced it all together by now. Who was behind the raid on the city, I mean. The ones who were Fran, your one and only sister, Noelle.
それでも
But still, I'm a proud member of the CGF. Even if the name or emblem changed, my responsibilities won't. I have a duty to uphold to my state as a soldier. If I don't, then Crossbell will be wiped off the map by the Empire and the Republic. Noelle. I get it, Lloyd. I know what they're doing to KEA isn't right, and having to rely on the Society of all people makes me sick. But you saw it, didn't you? The Imperial Army fired those terrible railway guns straight at us. They're weapons of mass destruction. Had they hit, hundreds of people would have died. There was no other way. I mean, to be fair, though, this started because of Croy, though. Croy did that because it's like if, again, it's like if the ends justify the means, but it's like it's like basically telling the demon to attack, and you just want the demon to, like, hurt us, and you just, it's like, oh, don't worry, I protect him from the attacks, but you're the one that egged it on. Like, it doesn't help. I'm sorry. I know I don't have any right to say this to tell you, Lloyd. No right to even be here. All the same, I can't imagine you'll be detained forever. Once the crisis is past, you'll likely be acquitted and released. So please, just stay patient for now. Yeah, right. Screw that. After hearing what she's had to say, any possible response I could have made escaped me. Not only that, I feel KEA. I failed to protect her. To see the burden she had been carrying long before that day. I was so wrapped up in trying to protect everyone that I neglected the one person who needed it most. Both KEA's origins and the person who killed my brother. I swore in my heart and soul that I would cover those two truths. Did you kill Guy Bannings? Are you the one who took my brother from me? Yes, that's exactly right. I'm sorry, and thank you for everything. Never forget that I love you all. I'm so sorry, Guy. It looks like I'm not ready to catch up to you after all. I couldn't keep my promise. What do I do now? What can I do? I don't even know anymore. Huh?
ざまあねえな。
Pathetic. Oh my gosh. Garcia. Wow, I'm bunkmates with Garcia. That's insane.
Look at you. Are you really the same hotshot detective who put us behind bars? Makes me feel like a chump for spending the last 6 months eating cold slop in this hellhole.
Leave me alone. Say what you want. We both know you have no one to blame but yourself for ending up here. The fact that we were the ones to finally arrest you was just a matter of us being in the right place at the right time. That's the truth of it. That barrier wasn't one we got over by our own merit.
You're a real killjoy kid. But I'll cut you some slack. Talk of the yard's been that things are going down to crapper over there. Who'd have thought the CEO of the IBC was the brains behind it all? Man's more of a dictator than a president. And now you rattle the cages of the Red Constellation, the Society, the CDF, hell, even the Divine Blade of Wind. That's one royal flush I wouldn't want to deal into, that's for sure. Little piece of unsolicited advice, your best bet's to wait out the storm. You have to be a damn fool to try to face what's shaking down out there. But hey, maybe it runs in the family.
That's right. You knew my brother, didn't you?
I guess you could say we were acquainted. Stubborn SOB never quit sticking his nose where it didn't belong, no matter how much we frightened him. And yet his same smug ass would stroll up to you at the food cart an hour later to shoot the breeze over a few drinks. Goddess, he was annoying.
Yeah, that sounds like Kyle, right?
Honestly, I couldn't picture someone like him going down to anyone, not even death itself. Guess I was wrong, though. The world's just full of surprises.
He never gave up at the fight, did he? Not even for a second.
I'll say. And it wasn't just Vivace either. That man was barking up everyone's tree. Corrupt Diet members, intelligence agents, both Imperial and Republican. Hell, he even managed to sniff out Joachima's cell get away. He had a real fire in his belly, that much I can't deny.
Right.
Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea. Guy Banning's one of some superhero, you got that. Huh? In terms of sheer power and instinct, McLean would cream him every way. And he could never hold a candle to Sergei the Scrutinous when it came to fighting smarter instead of harder. And if his sound judgment and deduction skills you want, that bastard Dudley was always a cut above him. Your brother had its limits.
I mean, of course, but... No, he has a point.
But if there's one thing he had going for him that no one else did, I had to say it was his tenacity.
Oh?
That's what kept him on his feet, more likely than not. Taking action was a second nature to him. Give him the moxie to punch above his weight. The odds be damned. Wasn't that he was over his head either. He knew exactly what he was doing. The man left an impression on you, much as I hate to admit it.
Word of advice, Lloyd. To be a man, you have to be willing to tackle the issues you'd be facing head on. Follow your heart and intuition, and grasp the truth with your own two hands. If you can do that, you'll be able to see what exactly it is you want to do. If there was anything that kept my brother going, it was his desire to protect everything that was important to him. Not just his family and loved ones, but Crossbell itself. When you think of it that way, maybe that included all of you and Rivachi too.
The hell?
Trust me, I know how it sounds. He probably wouldn't need his help to let alone want it. But I think, more than anything, he wanted to know what made Crossbell tick, even if that meant breaking it open to look inside. That way, he could strive to protect this land and its people in his own way, day in and day out.
So that's the man he was. An absolute grade A bona fide idiot.
Yeah. That's one department I could never hope to catch up in him in. Still, I'm his younger brother. I'm gonna take after him in some respects, whether I like it or not.
What you're saying?
Oh, is it time to finally break out of this crap?
Oh, hell no. Don't tell me. You're not thinking of busting out.
To me, staying here would be the real escape. I don't plan on running away when I got a truth to get to the bottom of. As a detective of the CPD Special Support Section, I'll free my comrades from captivity and take KEA back. I swear it.
You're even more of a half-wit than he was.
Garcia?
Let's see what you got, kid. What can a little punk like you to hope to accomplish during a crap show like this? Here's your chance to prove just how determined you really are.
Oh.
What the? Sounds like it's coming from the cell in the back.
Oh, are we faking a fight?
Huh. Down you got, you snot-nosed little wimp. What? A fight? Hey, break it up. What's going on in there? It's because of you that I'm stuck in this crowbar hotel. Say your prayers, you SOB. No. Please. Damn, he's not stopping.
No, way around it. Let's go. Yeah, ready your weapon. Yeah, I honestly think if you... It's kind of stupid to have them pin, like, room together if you think about it. Because this could happen, technically. Granted, it didn't, but...
She says I want Rossi. Freeze! Don't make me shit. Come on, we're just having a little fun. I didn't mean to get so carried away. Cheeky bastard.
Say goodbye to all that good behavior you racked up. And step back and keep your hands secure where we can see them. Damn it, short staff or not, we should have put the two of them in the same cell. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Hey, are you alright? Oh my gosh. Damn, his injuries must be internal. Hurry up and call a doc. Actually, rather you didn't.
Oh!
You little... I wish there was another way we could have pulled this off.
A little late for that, kid. Besides, this was your idea. I thought you were out of your damn mind when you told me to hit you. I never pegged you as an hostile type.
And I never knew Rivachi was hiding a budding actor in its ranks. You really did break one of my back molars, though.
Well, pardon me. Maybe if I hire you as stuntman, if you hadn't put me out of work. Anyway, I promise. I'll back you up till we get outside. So what's the plan?
This is the third floor of the prison, so they should have a fewer soldiers stationed here. Our goal is to find a way to break through the gaps in their patrols and escape from the ground level.
I like it. It's been damn too long. Time to have some fun.
Loy equipped a pair of makeshift tonfas and you fashioned out pipes. Garcia's joined the party. Be aware that your Enigma 2 has been confiscated and you will be unable to use ours. Additionally, all your items have also been seized, so be mindful of your HP. Oh my goodness. Okay, time to see the guide because I need to see... Alright, so... Your all items have been seized, so be mindful of your HP. He's out cold.
You say that like you ain't the one who beat him down.
I'm well aware. I wish I didn't have to, but there's no choice. Let's keep moving. I was sentenced 25 to life for chest slaughter. You don't want any of this, buddy. When I asked to be locked up, this is what I had in mind. What the heck is taking those two? I'm ready to change ships and get out of here already. Huh? Hey, what are you...
ここは俺たちのターンだそれ行くぞよしここで決める悪いな先に行かせてもらうよ
Damn you. Don't think you can escape. Shifted the alarm system from his Enigma.
Well, what's our next move?
I must prepare for this. We're going to have to force our way through.
Fine by me.
I think in my next life, I like to have be something more than a chest. I'd like to travel all over the world, helping people, getting them just what they need, and when they need it. Yeah, in my next life, I'd love to be a crate. Let's save here. There they are! Freeze! Why do they have dogs like that?
覚悟はいいか小僧ども
それ
そこだ
Oh my gosh! Power move! Oh, I remember this, yeah.
俺の番だな
楽しくなってきたぞ
行くぞ俺の番だなよし
楽しくなってきたぜ
They even started using warhounds. The OCGF would never have done this. Just how far have they fallen?
Seems like they have learned a few things from their lodge's results. Chances are they're pumping those pups with drugs to control them too. Those old boys look like a bunch of old fine-trained killers, didn't they?
Whose fault is that? I can't imagine this decision was made by Commander Bales or Deputy Commander Douglas. Terrible, let's go. You're busting out of here? Great, take me with you. What do you mean I'm too heavy? Time to bust out here. Time to break this prison barrier. Oh, hey.
Rossi! And the kid from the SSS! Detain them!
覚悟はいいか小僧ども
行くぞそれ
楽しくなってきたぜ
俺の番だないとまだやれるそれ
楽しくなってきたぜ
任せてくれ
楽しくなってきたぜ
Let's go. Reviving bomb, KEA bomb.
Now, breath already, are you? You really think you have what it takes to get out of here in this sorry-ass state?
Honestly, no. I wouldn't trust myself to do something like this on my own. But with you backing me up, I just may be able to pull this prison break off. At this point, I'm willing to exploit every advantage I can get.
Look at you turning over to the dark side. You won't hear me complain. Now let's bust this joint.
Bet you were wishing you kept that get out of jail free card you found back at the Rivache hideout right about now. That's more than we bargained for. But get past this, we're home free.
What do you say, K-Ray? Wearing birds?
Let's. We identified the two fugitives. The first is former Rivache executive Garcia Rossi. The second, Lloyd Bannings of the SSS. Do not let them escape these prison grounds. The honor of the defense force depends on it. Yes, sir.
Honor, huh? That's not what you had any.
What? You get down here so quickly. Sorry, but you're in our way.
Why don't you fellas show me what you can do? My fist versus your honor.
George!
覚悟はいいか小僧ども
任せてくれ俺の番だな行くぞこれで決めるそこだ行くぞよし任せてくれ
楽しくなってきたぜ
Let's go.
Phew. We actually did it.
I had to say, though, I'm impressed. You still pack a punch even after all this time in prison. Randy and the Red Constellation's leader are insanely strong, too. But you're definitely no slouch.
You're talking about that Scarlet Ogre, yeah? Sigmund Orlando. He and I crossed paths all the time back in my Jaeger days. So believe me when I say he's more monster than human.
I hear little girls that chip off the old block, too. When it comes to pure combat strength, she might even be more than a match with society. Then again, one of their members in particular is more formidable than I can even comprehend.
And you're seriously itching to break all out here and face them all head on. Talk about light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, that's the price of freedom. It's closed off. There should be a way to unlock it nearby, though.
My mirror says in that room over there.
And what are we aiming for? Let's go. There we go. You had to be keeping all this stuff somewhere. Like court stashes in here too. 78 coin accounted for.
Hurry up, kid. You got move unless you want to get your ass put back in the cell.
Right. Oh, you son of a. That should open that baby up. Got it.
Good. Let's get the hell out of here.
Let's go. Garcia?
Our little partnership ends here. You're on your own now.
Huh?
Despite everything, I still got a responsibility as the leader of Ravachi's rank and file. Hell, not just to them. I owe it to our Dawn as well. I can't just abandon them to save myself.
Wait, why even help me come this far if you have no intention of escaping? Can't be seriously be thinking of facing the defense force alone. You're too much even for you. Let me...
This ain't about your battle to fight, kid. You got a truth to get to the bottom of it, love. You said your damn self. Besides, your crew is waiting for you. Not to mention that little girl of yours. Do you really have the time to waste on a no-account calling fella to me?
Thank you, Garcia. As a member of the CPD, I can't advocate you staging a breakout, so I guess all I can say is, take care of yourself.
As if I need you to tell me that.
Dang. Thanks, buddy.
Lloyd Band-Aids. That's some little brother he's left behind. The kid's got a good head on his shoulders. I'll give him that much.
There he is! Don't let him get away!
Right where I want them. Bring it on! The killing bear's ready to maul you worthless asses!
I want to hear what he...
このキリングベアの鉄拳存分に味わってもらうが
Watch over him, adios. There's Plurima grass blooming here too. It must have happened while I was in custody. Is this because of KEA? Everything begins once I cut my way through here. For now, I have to focus on getting to the highway. There's a path out of all this. I know it. I just have to keep my wits about me. Garcia's left the party. Let me safe here. Okay, let me go to the bathroom really quick.
負けられない。よし、先に進もう。
Okay. Not good. Oh. Oh. I gotta put your line in upside somehow. Target confirmed. Oh crap. It's Lloyd Bannings. Execute pincer formation. Damn, no way around it. Oh, we're going to the forest. Yep. Uniforms may be different, but they're just as unshakable as ever. Come on, Lloyd Bands, you can do this. Oh no. Fugitive spotted. Capture him!
さあ、かかってこい。行くぞ。行くぞ。 行くぞ。よし、もう大丈夫だ。
My best bet of sneaking into Crossbell City is going to be from the freight line. Come hell or high water. I have to make it out of here in one piece, no matter what it takes. Oh, okay. I have to make it out of here. I have to see my friends. I will get out of this. Cuts to me getting my butt owned. I'm completely surrounded. A commendable effort. If a simple detective could haul out as long as it against the Born Again Defense Force. Isn't he informed to me of Second Lieutenant Seekers? Maybe we shouldn't be surprised. Enough talk. Disarm him now. Remember, our orders are to take him alive. I don't think so. Damn. He can still move. Help me understand. Why bother going this far? Can you not just stomach your own precious crossbell changing so much? Wake up, no matter how much you struggle, you'll never make a difference all your own. That's not true. The only thing stopping us from making a difference is refusing to stand up and try. I refuse to be swept away by this. I refuse to just close my eyes and let the truth pass by me. The people I care about need me. And I swear I'll take them back. So understand this, I will never give up. No matter how many times you knock me down, I won't surrender. You can break my legs, but I'll always get back on my feet. What's with this guy? What a shame. Charge him on my command, men. Let's see him get up after this. Roger. Aim for the legs. Don't back down, Lloyd. Not until the bitter end. KEA, Ellie, Tio, Randy, Wazy, Chief Sergey. Please give me your strength.
やれやれ
What? You seem to have forgotten to include someone in your prayer. Huh? Hmm? What was that? What is coming from inside my head? What? What the? Oh! Oh! Zate! Oh, was that you in my... You can talk? Huh? No. What's up, Bork?
され偽りの聖地を守るつわものどもよ
Leave now, soldiers of this false paradise. This man falls under my charge. Ah! Confounded beast! The Crossbow Defense Force would never let themselves surrender to a mere cryptid. Oh!
神聖く
What? Oh, I was like, did he just kill him? Well, must I repeat myself? No, that's quite alright.
その人
Say me adios! Retreat! It would seem I gave him a great deal more shock than I intended. It has been ages since I assumed this form, after all. Perhaps I may have forgotten just how to restrain myself. There are so many things I could say about this right now, but I'll keep it short and ask just one question. And that would be...
Saito! さすがにタイミング良すぎだろ!
What the hell, Zeet? How is your timing always this good? Oh my. What the fudge? Oh, the game's freaking out. A holy beast sent by Adios? You? Oh my gosh. He's another one of those creatures like the dragon. I forgot his name. The one that Estelle and Joshua fought against and that also befriended with. And that Cassius knows. Is that the same type? Well, that is not entirely correct. It would be simpler if you can think of me in such terms. You already know of the Septarians bestowed upon mankind by the grace of the goddess in times past. We holy beasts are tasked with keeping vigil over those treasures, as well as their keepers. Oh, so were you in charge of KEA? When you said we, does that include the dragon that appeared during the LORE incident? Yeah! An excellent deduction. That Rangard! Yes, that dragon is known as Rangard. He is indeed one of my brethren. He remained in the land now known as LORE for centuries to observe the Septarian of space. Oh my god, they're the Septarian of the freaking elements. It just clicked in my head. Wow, so all of the Sky Arc focus of the space one. This one's the Mirage. Interesting. However, even I am unaware of his current location, now that his oath has been fulfilled. Oh, so he disappeared, huh? Because his duty's been fulfilled. This is a little tough to follow. But would that mean you've been hearing crossbells since the distant past yourself? That is correct. I have dwelled in this land since before the Great Collapse over 1,200 years ago. As for the reason the Septarian of Mirage vanished from its domain, as well as the actions man took in the misguided attempts to revive it, both are knowledge that I hold to a certain extent. Those are the things the others and I never had the means to unearth on our own. The Septarian of Mirage, gifted by the goddess and inherited by the Croy family. Why did it disappear? And why does KEA of all people bear the burden to trying to replace it? Please say, I have to know the truth. Not just about what happened 1,200 years ago, but how it relates to what KEA went through 700 years later. Very well. Oh wow, he's just gonna tell me. I presented myself in this form with every intention of telling you. The Septarian that Adios bestowed upon this land. Its name was Demigoras, the treasure that governed the power of Mirage. Demigoras. Mirage is the element that controls perception and cognition. So too does it hold dominion over casuality. A portion of this land's people had a goal for its power, and at the center of their shared aspirations was the Croy family. That goal was to unseat Adios as the supreme deity, in lieu of a god that could walk amongst mankind. Oh wow, so... like, okay, so it is that. I guess that's more... I need to hear that from Croy, but Maribel, that is definitely Maribel's goal. From the way she's acting. She wants to, like, dethrone Adios herself. A god that could guide its people through empathy and infinite wisdom. A god that could change the very fabric of fate itself. On the surface, its power resembles that of the Oriel, which could grant man's desires without an end. However, Demigoras was bestowed with a high mind dignity, and so was not subject to the same faults as the Shining Ring. Oh. Within it was the wisdom and judgment to guide humanity without corrupting in the process. In wielding this power, Demigoras was thus capable of shepherding mankind onto its proper path, and it would have done so had its own heart not reached its limit. The world is an irrational place, and the people who lived upon it are compromised of their numerous natures and deeds. To understand them and steer their course, the Septarian required a sense of empathy, just as humans have. With time, the empathy deteriorated Demigoras' heart, giving way to an enverating anguish. It feared that if things continued, it would come to harm those it sought to protect. Thus, with a heavy heart, it steeled its resolve and made its decision. And so, by unreaving the nexus of its own causality, the Septarian of Mirage disappeared from this world. Oh. So that's what happened. But what about the people in it left behind? What did they do? In the wake of the Septarian's departure, they were left bewildered, sorrow, and frightened. But instead reflected upon the motivations behind Demogorgon's choice. They strayed from the path it had sought to lead them onto. Thereafter, those zealots became obsessed with creating an entity commensurate to the Septarian they had lost. In the beginning, they were clueless, merely stumbling through the darkness. But after 700 years, they've gathered enough knowledge to not only develop, but master their own unique practice. Alchemy, a magic art capable of giving form to the formless. Oof. It was then that a grand plan was formulated. They founded the cult as a pawn to play from the shadows, then entrusted them with rearing the future core of the new Septarian. So here is what the thing I was kind of concerned and kind of like very curious about, because if the Croy family used the DG cult, were they also responsible for giving them the ideas to do everything they were doing? Or were they... But no. They just basically said, hey, you can do whatever you need to do. We're not gonna, like, tell you what to do or know what you guys are doing. Just get the results done. That was basically it. I think is what he's saying. I don't know. The land of Crossbow would need then prime for their grand ceremony, the pinnacle of alchemical transmutation. These were the measures outlined by the alchemists of the Croy family several hundred years ago. To ensure their plan was financially feasible, the Croy family adopted a public image as prestigious bankers. Meanwhile, the cult began the steps to eventually awaken the core that had become the object of worship. Yeah, so they were focused on the bank side of things and money, and these freaks were focusing on KEA. Now, 500 years later, we have arrived at our current predicament. It's all so unbelievable, but I feel like I can finally grasp the big picture. Is 8. Maribel called KEA the Septarian of Zero. What does she mean by that? Does that make her different from the Septarian of Mirage? Unfortunately, I do not have the answer you seek. It could be that the Croy family made an unexpected discovery of their 1200-year delusion as their 1200-year delusion began to materialize. If that is the case, they may have not created an entity to equal them, of course. That is to say, the Septarian of Zero may very well surpass the might of the original. Oh. The Aeon of White is such an example. The power demonstrated was not that of its own, but rather of a Septarian. However, the Septarian Mirage did not possess the ability to manipulate reality so instantaneously. Oh crap. The faculty is more akin to a different higher element, space. Oh, fudge. Assuming there is even more to the artificial Septarian than we currently know, I cannot begin to fathom what it may be capable of. I was afraid you'd say that. There's one more thing I'd like to ask. Based on what you told me, KEA, she isn't really human, is she? She is, and yet she is not. Oh, sorry, I had to like get water because my throat was dry. KEA is a synthetically created being designed to serve as the core of the manufactured Septerian. Oh, I knew it. I knew she wasn't a real child. I was gonna say no because she didn't know her parents. She didn't know who like her background was. She's most likely a homunculus that was created for advanced transmutation. Oh, yeah, okay. Aww. KEA probably realized the truth herself a long time ago, and yet never once did she stop smiling for us. KEA. Tangram Hill. Yeehaw! Well, my trusty Zate. Is this the Calvarian border? Yes, the Defense Force soldiers should have difficulty finding us here. This will be a good opportunity to rest. Thanks, Zate. You really saved me back there. Huh? Oh, is that Crossbell? What is that? A barrier of some sort that appeared from around Crossbell City. It would seem that only those that are permitted may freely enter and exit, and those cannot pass through it at all. Be they living creatures or machines. You got to be kidding. As you saw when you escaped, pleroma grass has become the bloom all throughout the state of Crossbell. It would be accurate to think of it as a sign of the land itself that has become one with the newly born Septerian. Zate, just what is pleroma grass? I've heard that it shares some sort of connection to the Septian veins underground. It was once the proverbial eyes of the former Septerian Mirage. As it bloomed, demigorgs could observe and understand the surface world. It is also capable of distorting the surrounding space when spiritually linked to the Septerian. That is the most probable cause of the cryptid sudden emergence. Such beings should not exist on this plane by nature. I think I understand. Those distinguishing rituals the DG cult was conducting. They were all about taking advantage of the pleroma grass's properties to perfect gnosis, right? Yes. Their goal was to accumulate the knowledge and personalities of the victims who fell to the drug's influence. Said corpus of data would subsequently be transferred into the girl slumbering within the cradle of the Sunfort. The vast amounts of information would then self-organize to nurse forth the high-minded dignity they sought to recreate. Then after 500 years, the core of the Septerian awoke. That is the extent of my knowledge. The situation in which you find yourself in is with the will of the cult's puppet masters, meticulously crafted over the course of centuries. On that topic, the choice presented to you now are rather limited. Would you not prefer to flee to foreign soil until the storm has subsided? I understand why you ask. My uncle's home is in Calvert, so it's true to have somewhere to lay low if I had to. But no, that's not an option. There's work to be done here. I have answers to find and a case to crack. Do you now? Solving this crisis and uncovering the truth will be more than just a one-man job, too. Ellie, Tio, Randy, and not just them. Everyone. I need all of their strength. So you see, I can't run. I can't hide. I have to go back and face it all. Sorry to do this after you brought me all the way here, but I still have a duty to fulfill. What truth are you hoping to ascertain? Isn't it obvious? I don't care about her powers or where she came from. What I want to know is what KEA wants more than anything else in this world. And I need to hear it straight from her heart. And chances are I'll never be able to find that out unless I bring her home. There's also a matter of what happened to the old Septerian. How could we expect KEA to shoulder the burden of demigorgs couldn't? KEA's like family to me. I could never just sit by and let her suffer that fate. So I'm gonna take her back, and even if that means kicking the president and the Arios off their pedestals.
ほんと親バカだな。
Oh, it's crazy. Good to see the little stint in the clank hasn't changed Crossbell's Father of the Year. Huh? What? Wazy? Oh my God. No. No, 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 no. What are you doing here? Wait, Abyss? And Reese and Kevin too? Good to see you again, Bannings. Indeed, it's been too long. Hey, how have you been hanging these past 4 months?
Thanks for...
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how you been hanging these past 4 months? Thanks for remembering me, by the way.
Hard to forget the names and the faces of the Septian Church's Gralsritter. That's funny. If I didn't know about that, that was so miserable. I'm glad I saw that. Wow. Wait, is Wazy a freaking Dominion? Wait, Wazy, does that mean you're... Wazy Hemisphere, the Sapphire Testament. What? Otherwise known as the 9th Dominion of the Gralsritter of the Septian Church. He's the 9th Dominion. Because I think Kevin's the 7th. It's a pleasure to make your reacquaintance. What? Oh, Abbas is a knight like Reese. Incidentally, I am a knight of the Gralsritter. I work in the service of Wazy. You got to be kidding me. Have you two been really stringing me along all this time? Wait a second. That's why we couldn't see his back, right? When we first met Reese, neither of you said even a word about any of this. My apologies. I pretended not to know who he was. Father Wazy's undercover mission is regarded with the utmost secrecy. Do not call him Father Wazy. What the fudge? Oh, yes, Father Wazy. Her arrival completely fooled that of old Grumperalda. He had no idea who the real mole was. I really owe her that for that. Happy to be of service.
I mean, yeah, for once, Reese stands out like a sore thumb. She is worked out. The sore thumb she is worked out. Anyone could have seen her through her sister act. And I'll bet the Archbishop was beside himself when she walked through the door.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And besides, you're hardly in any position to preach to me about how to successfully go undercover, knowing your track record. Yeah, Kevin, you just blow your cover immediately at the freaking beginning of the Trails in the Sky the Third. To be fair, none of them look like anything like your average clergy people. Well, except Reese. Okay, that's enough catching up for now. You see, the actual reason we're here is because he called us.
You mean Zeet?
Yes, that is correct. I had a hunch your resolve would remain firm, so I thought it prudent to recruit collaborators on your behalf.
Oh.
Now that you met... Now you know, and I've been infiltrating Crossbow. You can probably fill in the blanks. But the Gralsritter has seen this situation coming for a while now, to a certain degree, at least. Still, there were a lot of gaps in the bridge. We didn't know the Croy family was behind the conspiracy, for one, or KEA's true identity. Zate recently brought us up to speed on the whole story, like I'm sure he did with you. And that being said, what we are contending here is with an artificially reconstruction of Septarian of Mirage. This situation is far beyond the scope of Gralsritter's typical duty of artifact retrieval. Yeah, okay, I'm wondering what's going to happen with that now, because I think this is something new to them, so they don't know what to do with that. As such, the circumstances would normally make this out of our jurisdiction.
But on the other hand, we couldn't just ignore the society's involvement in this little bro haha. That's where you come in, Mr. Detective. You are in for getting our hands dirty.
Eh? That's about the size of it. I think we'll be allowed to intervene if it's under the guise of collaborating with you. So, Lloyd, what do you say? What the fudge? There's just one thing I need to confirm first. KEA, what does the church plan to do with her? Yep, that's what I'm thinking too.
Right for the jugular. That one's a toughie.
Yes, but being dishonest with him will get us nowhere with him. I agree. He deserves to know the truth. And that's what we'll give him. The Septarian of Zero is far more dangerous than the Septarian of Space, the Oriole ever was. Ooh. Man, that's how you know it's bad, when it's worse than that. That much is for certain. Even if we still haven't grasped the full breadth of her powers yet. You've been locked away for weeks. Are you aware that's all that's been happening around the continent? Not really. All I've heard is that a civil war has broken out in the Empire.
Boy, has it. It all got put on the fast track after that armor division they tried to send across the border got snuffed out. And you know how the Golden Stallion rolls. But every time they tried to push back, they got whooped all over again by those Aeons. Right when things were getting to the Gehenna and the handbasket over there, the Noble Alliance troops scuttle out and occupy Heimdallr.
It was then that the Blood and Iron Chancellor was shot. No one's seen him since. Oh, what? What the frick is happening over there? Jesus, I'm more curious about that. Now that the Empire is ablaze in the flames of civil war, few expect it to be doused anytime soon. Meanwhile, the Republic has been in economic crisis as a result of Crossbow's actions. On top of that, terrorist activity has been full swing, to the point where the President has formally declared a state of emergency. When it rains, it pours. You don't even know the half of it. And it's not like things are coming up roses in the other countries either. Questionable activities beginning to surface in regions Erebonia and Calvert have traditionally had under their thumbs. All the while, President Croy has been pressuring heads of state throughout the continent to have them bend in knee to Crossbow, that is. And naturally, he has the power of the Septarian to coerce them with. Exactly. He had the ability to repel the Imperial Army, one of the most powerful military forces in all of Zemeria. And that's just what the free orgasms of society supplied. And what do you think would happen if they mass-produced, soaked up by the Septarian of Zero, and deployed colony within? KEA would never agree to that. Not when it means harming innocent people. In all technicality, it does not seem that the Archasms are controlled by the Septarian directly. Yeah, that's what I figured. More likely, the Septarian's power has granted them the ability to move autonomously as their guardians. Much like the Ren Girl's Archasm. Potter Mater. No way.
I'm inclined to agree on that point. Haas, I seriously doubt that little girl's in the driver's seat there. And that makes it all the easier for those Aeons to be abused by just about anyone with her none the wiser.
Whether or not KEA is consciously in control is beside the point. A power like that is still too much dangerous to ignore. Okay, now I know where the church stands. But despite your stake in this, I still like to ask for your cooperation. Really? I thought you were going to turn us down for sure. Well, I'm just being realistic. I know this isn't something I can do by myself. Honestly, yeah. We'll cross that bridge once we get there. Time isn't in my side either. The longer this drags on, the more KEA will be made to suffer. But let me make one thing perfectly clear. If you lay even one hand on KEA, I'll stop you. Even if it means by fighting to my dying breath. And I'm not the only one. Ellie, Tio, Randy, they would say the same thing. We'll never let you take her. I call it fallacy, call it illogical. I don't care. We're her family, and we won't let you hurt her.
Damn! I knew you were a short guy, but I didn't know you had that kind of fire in ya. Kevin's like, oh yeah, this guy got some balls on him. I think I'm starting to get why you like him so much, Wheezy.
That's a light way to put it. The man's still in my heart. I'm serious, Wheezy. If you... I know. As a Dominion on the Grosritter, I swear on Adios' name, you will not be excluded from how we choose to deal with her. Your opinions and input would be heard. I know that's not ideal, but this is the best I can do given our position. Sound good to you? Yeah, it's enough for now. And then we have a deal.
Okie dokie, time to get to work. Let's move out, gang. Oh my gosh. Yes, Kevin's back in the party.
What's that? That sound harkens me back to times past. The Heavenly Chariot, I take it.
What? The Heavenly Chariot? Oh my gosh! It's like this. What in the Star Wars? Airships?
Tactical crafts reserved for use by the Grosritter. We call them Merkaba. Each is equipped with a number of stealth functions, including but not limited to optical camouflage. They'll just be what we need to stay discreet while traveling through cross-Bellian airspace. Well, Lloyd, ready to go? Yeah, let's do this! KEA, everyone, wait for me. I'm coming. Wow, fragment. Ooh, okay. That wasn't too long, so I might just continue. Let's just do that. Special Ops airship of the Septarian Church's Gralsritter, Merkaba. Merkaba Unit 5. Merkaba Unit 9. Wow, this is actually insane what's happening.
We'll take care of the Aeons for our part, just as planned. You guys be careful out there.
Same to you, Heretic Hunter. Oh, same to you, Heretic Hunter. Oh, pardon me. Thousand Hand Guardian. Whoa, that's his name change. Oh my gosh. He's not the Heretic Hunter anymore. The Thousand Hand Guardian. It may not be your title anymore. That doesn't mean you can't live up to it every now and then.
I guess not.
I gather you derive your new title from the legendary Thousand Arm herself, Rufina Argent. Aww. It is very fitting, Father Kevin.
Thanks.
Oh, wow. Fudge. Oh, this series is so good. It's weird because I think it's the one game you cannot start the series with. Moments like this hit you more knowing the context behind everything. Knowing what we went through with these two like 2 games ago, and knowing how much their journey meant, it's just crazy. Sounds like a long story. You have no idea.
Hey Lloyd, it's going about to get tough. The going's about to get tough, so hang in there, okay? Questionable being the spot it is. I wouldn't count on anyone outside helps who'll be in to save the day.
Oh yeah, what's this?
クロスベルの今の状況では
Oh.
外部からの
If I had one piece of advice, it's this. Don't forget the bonds you made along the way. You'll need them. Remember your social links, Lloyd. Remember all the social links and fusions you could do.
The bonds I made. I am down. Darted eye reached us to think. Sorry.
Kevin's Igor.
Understood. I'll keep that in mind. I'm done screwing around. May Adios watch over you, Lord. Oh my gosh, he went up so close there. And give Ellie my regards when you come to her aid. Right. I'll make sure I do. What's going on? I activated the optical camouflage. Keep in mind that the effect itself is not infallible. Our top speed has been reduced as a drawback. And sure, we are trying to fly into restricted airspace at this speed. The Aeon gear tomer building will catch us in no time. What is this music, bro? Whoa! We wouldn't stand a chance in direct confrontation. That's why we're gonna have Merkaba Unit 5 play decoy. So what you're saying is, they'll give us the opening we need to infiltrate. Show us what the Growl's protectors can do now. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Oh snap. Gorgeous class tactical organizing prototype. Aeon Type B. Oh god. Type B. Oh my. The finale. The path we chase. Oh snap, this is the finale. We're in the end game now. Oh yeah, this is like Sky the Second all over again. Managed to slip through, but the looks of it, the Lamb crossbow has been already integrated with the Septarian. If we're not careful, the Aeons will come after us again. So there's a limit to how much we can rely on this airship. Correct. Were we to land, the size of the craft would readily betray our presence to the network of plethora crafts.
Okay, Zane.
Exactly, so getting us on the ground is going to be a hassle. To combat that, I plan to use a blind spot outside the Septarian Veins reaches. A blind spot? By nature, the Septarian Veins' influence is large enough to span the breadth of the land. However, even among the streams of Septarian Veins, there yet exist small regions free of their purview. I think I get it. So if we land on one of those gaps, we won't be noticed. That's about the size of it. As it so happens, the point we're at now is exactly the kind of spot we've been looking for. The sandbar on Ursula Road. It's the same area where the cryptid appeared. But how did you figure out that this was a safe zone so quickly? Abbas and I already scouted it out beforehand, obviously. Once the crossbow went south, we set up a little parlor trick and made our escape. So that's where you were. A very thorough of you. To be fair, this is the only place we know so far. In the future, we'll have to find other blind spots where we can land. Now then, what's the plan? There's no way for us to get into the city. Well, with that barrier around it. I know that still. I think it would be best to get our feet on the ground now. I want to get a feel for what's going on down there, with my own eyes. Every little bit counts. We can also use this opportunity to check on the situation at St. Ursula Hospital. Fair enough? Then descend we shall. What troubles you? I know it's a little late to ask, but why exactly are you going out of your way to help us, Zate? There's a little something I heard about the dragon that appeared during the Liberal incident. Basically, you holy beasts aren't allowed to interfere with the fates of the Septarians, right? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's not going to... I'm surprised he's, like, going out of his way for us because, yeah, just so. That was a provision of the covenant we may have made. However, as the Septarian of Mirage has long been since lost, my duty has already come to an end. Oh, that makes so much sense. Yeah, because this is not the one he was looking over. It's been gone, so it's like, I have nothing else to lose. With those shackles removed, I am permitted to act more freely. Wow, so you're going to help us, huh? None in a modicum of help to help with the children and man should be within my bounds. So that's how it is. Is that why you helped us during the Warhound case back then? You assumed correctly. I could not give you my indefinite support, but I can grant you my aid for the time being. You may simply consider this part of my role as a police dog, if that so pleases you. Sure, well, we're glad to have you aboard. That's right. The three of us are going to have to make do on our own for now. When you're ready to disembark, just let Abbas know. He'll take us down. The Merkaba also offers a few facilities at your disposal. Feel free to bother the crew for new equipment and supplies, if you want to use the Orbital Factory. Got it. Thanks. Wazy and Zate has joined the party. What? A Kazik arm. Okay. Zay has temporarily joined the party. As he does not use Enigma Chew, you cannot customize his quartz. He does, however, have access to high-level arts. Be aware that Zay also does not possess an S-Craft. Oh, okay. Additionally, you will only be able to control Loy with while aboard the Merkaba. All other members will be on standby within the ship. You will, however, still be able to manage all members' equipment in the camp menu and browse on the behalf of the shopping factory. Squire Ventos. Nice to meet you. My name's Ventos, and I'm inquiring with the church. We have plenty... A skeleton crew on such an orders. Well, it was a pretty urgent situation. It's been 2 years since we all worked together. I really miss bossing all you around. Right, so get back to work. Working for Wazy must be rough. I bet he had a lot to talk about with the Testament. Good thing we found the gap between the Septian Veins' influence on Ursula Road before things went downhill. But from now on, we'll have to manually detect other blind spots around the state if we want to land elsewhere. The Merkaba is short-handed as it is, so we're not exactly in an enviable position. That much is clear. All we can do is take this one step at a time. Find our comrades, bring KEA back, even in the most optimistic circumstances. I know it's not going to be easy. That it will, so for now, we'll just have to do things the hard way. So, we're at St. Ursula Hospital, are we? Saint? You needn't mind me. That's merely reminiscent. Speaking of which, we have been allies for many moons now. Yeah, and in spite of that, I believe this will be the first time we travel in the highway together. You're right. Funny how that works, huh? So this is the first time for everything, so we count on you down there, Saint. Indeed. I look forward to observing your much vaunted leadership abilities as well. let's save here. Well, have we figured out our next course of action? Yeah, we decided that we're going to land here for now. I have to say though, you and Weezy being the Graal's Ritter was a heck of a surprise. It was for the sake of deceiving Archbishop Geraldo. He is a detractor of ours due to an internal congregational conflict. Simply put, the thought process was that no one would expect the Dominion to pose as a head of a street gang. And I guess it worked. Don't come to think of it, you guys did name yourself the group after the Testaments. Not to mention all the crusades you went on. I suppose we did. I thought we would be less conspicuous if we were essentially a crude imitation. I can't deny that. You doubled down so hard on your shtick, no one would ever guess it was authentic. Anyway, are we good to land whenever? Yes, the spot we are aiming for has already been pinpointed. You need only say the word. Let's do it. Understood. Confirm your destination. Oh, it's here. Where you fought that cryptid. Folks, this is a crazy trio. I take it the others are going to keep monitoring the situation from above. That's the plan. They're more likely to be discovered if they stay at the ground level. Now then. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium. Oh, it's just like what Sister Marble did. I see. You're employing the Grail Farm Targy for this. Hey yo, hey Shadow Mike. Yeah, look us on trails to Azure. Me. Hope you're doing well today. Earth's amber glow, space's golden glow. By your congregate natures, form anew a sanctuary to protect this chariot from ever watchful eyes. What is this? A warp circle capable of stabilizing the gap within the Septium Veins' influence. It's also invisible to anyone who hasn't been aboard a Mechaba. Impressive, no? In any case, it should last us for the time being. I'm speechless. Playing League all days at something. Definitely a day. I get that, yeah. Doing well? Well, kind of. As the time of recording, I couldn't sleep last night, so I almost pulled an all-nighter, so I'm like, I'm feeling out of it today, but I wanted to play this because I was like, you know what, I want to play something. Same, honestly, yeah, same actually, yeah. I'm not gonna be doing that again tonight, so hopefully I knock out early. Nah, bro, I was watching a walkthrough of Higurashi like for most of the night. But legitimately just all night just been watching a horror visual novel. Yeah, I get that. I hope this rarely happens for me every so often, so hopefully it doesn't keep happening. I guess it's finally dawning on me that you really are one of the church's knights. After working with you for so long, it's been tough to actually picture you that way. I'm still the cool, calm, and collected playboy you always known, Lloyd. But never mind that. What's our next move? Every summer. Okay, that makes... Yeah, I get that. Should we try hitting that train Ursula? Yeah, I'd like to confirm the situation there while we're in the area. I also wouldn't hurt to at least scout out the path toward Crossbow to see what it's like. I am fine with that as well. However, be aware that the cryptids have begun to appear on the highways due to the permafrost. It would be wise to tread carefully. Duly noted. Then let's be off. I didn't think of a better voice for Z. Merkaba. Examining warp circles will return you to Merkaba. Speak to Abbas. It's like, oh, okay. Dang, we are really in the end game now.
Hey, there! 負けられない。みんな、よし、先に進もう。
Okay. Has been suspended. Okay. So now I'm here. Alright, so I'm going to the college then. Let's do this.
Hey there! Hey there! Yeah! Ha! Hey, go! やれやれ怖いもの知らずだな任せてくれストッ
よかろうガラガラ
やれやれはあ俺の番だな行ってや行くぞ
任せやれやれ終わったか
What in the world?
まあ当然の結果かなやっはえいてやっはやってやストストステやえいてやえいはやっはやっとスハやっはえいは
Ah, screw it. Oh my god.
さあとっと
Okay,
と
we're
終わ
just
ら
gonna
せ
fight
よ
Cryptid, huh?
あよしわち
任せておけガラガラ
俺の番だなエニグマ駆動
任せておけ
それグラッツェやれやれ行くぞ行くぞこれで
任せておけ
行くよ
The waste car. Okay.
よかろ
よし行くよそれ
任せておけ
俺の番だなはっ行くぞエニグマそれさてとやっせ
よかろ
行くよせはっ
任せておけ
僕の番か行くよ我が親友的な青金の刻印大いなるカイナとなりて我が右手に集え砕けアカシック
任せておけ
行くぞエニグマ
よかろう
それ俺の番だなさせるか
よかろう
やれやれエニグマ駆動よしそこだ
よかろう
参った
ガラガラ
グラッツェ任せてくれさせるかやれやれエニグマ駆動そこだ
任せておけ
よしよし俺の番だな
These are about to get crazy.
エニグマ駆動
任せておけガラガラ
ありがとう 僕の番か。
さあ始め。
やれやれやれやれ。ありがとう。世話が焼ける
I
ね。
didn't know what that did.
いとそこだ。
任せておけ。
行くよ。任せてくれ。行ってや。行くよ。そこだ。
任せておけ。
俺の番だな。僕の番か。そげ。
任せておけ。
行くぞ。さてと。それ。さてと。
よかろう。
俺の番だな。ストッ
よかろう。
さてと。エニグの駆動。やれやれ。やっ
よかろう。
僕の番か。よし。僕の番か。それ。行くぞ。させるか。
よかろう。
僕の番か。俺の番だな。やってや。行くぞ。これで僕の番か。無駄だよ。
よかろう。
There we go.
やれやれ。終わったか。
よし。ナイスファイト。
Oh, let's go. Brave Smash 2. Holy crap. Phew, that one really did get a jump on us. But if cryptids are apparently on the highways, there's no way any buses are running to the city, right? I can't imagine they are. Alright. Sorry. Okay, I did check something. Though I doubt the defense force would have much trouble coming and going those armored cars of theirs. So without them, there's no way to get to the hospital. The citizens' health must be suffering for it. Yes, that's a natural conclusion. Ursula herself must be looking down at some grief. Ursula? You mean the same woman from the Saint and the White Wolf? Wait, don't tell me the White Wolf from the story was you, Zate! The tale of a young caretaker who was marked for death by a feudal lord, but wound up inspiring him instead. She's considered a saint in the church's canon, too. Yes, and in life she was a compassionate young woman. However, she did not lose her life as the story depicts, but rather escaped death. She would then come to marry the knight who spared her. In fact, her descendants still live in these lands. Really? Truth is often stranger than fiction. Wait, really? Whoa. That's interesting. Who are the descendants?
ここは俺たちのターンだ。やっせ俺の番だな。はあ。それ。行くよ。
任せておけ。
やれやれ。僕の番か。出直してきなよ。
Look over there. Here we go. A defense force unit. They're guarding the hospital. Time couldn't be worse. We can't afford to have those soldiers spot us out here. Right? It'd be easier just to avoid them. That said, we have no way of knowing their gaps in the patrol routes. I believe Tio is within the hospital. Oh. What? Are you certain? Yes, I can pick up a faint trace of her scent. However, I do not believe there are any other SS members there. Tio, don't tell me. Was she hurt? She's not there to be treated, is she? Alas, my nose does have its limits. However, I cannot deny that I share your sentiment of concern. What should we do? I may have a little trick up my sleeve. If I pull this one off, we should be able to confront the soldiers without them calling for reinforcements. Really? Oh, I should have known you already had a plan in mind. You flatter me. What's your call, Lloyd? You don't even have to ask. One of our own needs us. We're going. I'm not about to pass up an opportunity to get Tio back. Then let's be off. Sure, we'll be in and out like a bolt from a sapphire blue. This is boring. Why do we have to get assigned on watch duty here of all places? There's barely even any watch. Quit complaining. Banning's that fugitive from the SSS is still on the lam. Huh, what's a single detective going to do if he shows up here? He'd be done for. Besides, if he's common sense, he probably booked it from the state by now. Still, I heard they had some crazy monster bail him out. They say they upped the entire 4th Regiment. I don't suppose it's true. Sounds like a lot of bull to me. But enough about that. If we're here, we may as well check on how Ilya's doing. She's still hospitalized, right? Yeah, she should be. She was banged up pretty bad back then. Hope she makes a pretty speedy recovery. Well, at least we can agree on that. Oi, bandits! He actually showed up here. Just who are you calling a monster exactly? Oh, give them a break. It's an easy mistake to make with your true form. I'm going to have to fight you. But if you insist on making us force our way through, then we're just going to do that. Cheeky little... You're outnumbered. Neutralize a lot of them. Roger.
全力で行かせてもらうぞ。チャンスだ。よし。やれやれ。やれやれ。行くぞ。みんな大丈夫か。
So strong. I guess it's my turn now. A medal from the Gralsritter? Sapphire seal of mine shining from the abyss. Oh, his stigma. Join with the consciousness silver glow and convert onto them false memories. Oh, is he changing their memories? What's happening? It is a technique employed by the church that utilizes the power of suggestion, though I sense that is not the only esoteric force he's applying. Not long ago, you confirmed that a large cryptid was approaching this location. You managed to exterminate it, but due to the wounds you sustained, you decided to return to base. You made no contact with Bannings, nor were there signs that he could be arriving soon. No sign of Bannings. How in the... Manipulation to the extent should not be possible for mere suggestion. Am I to presume this technique relies on the power of your stigma? No keeping secrets from the holy beast, is there? Stigma. Yeah, it's not something I like to talk about, really. Past traumas and so on. Aside, what I did has its limits. The effect will only last 2, maybe 3 days at most. We also can't rely on this too much. The defense force will be looking for signs of it once they figure it out. Makes sense. I'll keep that in mind.
おじさん、サイト。
Tio, you seem to be doing well. Well, would you look at that? There's some much needed good news. Thank goodness, when I found out you were in the hospital, I assumed the worst. You okay, right? You weren't injured or anything, were you? Oh! It's really you, Lloyd. Oh. Oof!
What is that breastplate made of?
Where have you been this whole time? Oh. I heard they put you in prison, but... It was all over the orbital net. They said you escaped and that soldiers were chasing you down. Aww. I've been so worried. Aww. Tio. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. But I'm okay. Everyone's gonna be alright. This ain't ways to help me return to Crossbell. So you can relax now, I'm here. Oh.
うわわ、ラブラブですね。お邪魔するのはちょっと気がとがめるけど。
It's a shame we have to interrupt them. Fran! Cecile and Fran. Funny meeting you here, Lloyd. I'm so glad you're safe. You have no idea how concerned I was, Lloyd. Sorry about that. I know I caused you all some grief. Anyway, you look great, Fran. Like you're back to 100%. Yep, my injuries are all healed up now. Have been for a while, actually. But because of everything going on, I haven't been able to go back to work. That explains why you're still here. Still, I'm glad you're doing better. Incidentally, Lazy, why are you dressed that way? And Zate, what are you doing here? It's a bit of a long story. Longer or not, they deserve a proper explanation for everything that's happened up until now. Oh, huh? Did you just... What's the matter? You really can't tell. Oh, I see. You've always been able to understand him, so you haven't noticed, have you? Zate? Why are you speaking in human tongue? How did things come to this? It's all so complicated I can't even begin to unpack it. To think this would all happen to Crossbell we call home. Now I understand how the past of our state has led to our present situation, both in regards to the crisis we're in, as well as what happened to KEA. Yeah. Right now there are only 2 things I want. The first is to uncover the truth of all the unanswered questions we still have. The second is to bring everyone together, and that includes KEA. A world full of goals to choose from, and you picked the 2 most impractical ones. Would you expect any less from him? That's right. Even prison could not change the kind of person Lloyd is. With that said, I completely share in his sentiments. As a member of the SSS, but most importantly, as one of KEA's guardians, her family, I will be coming with you to fight. Thank you, Tio. I wouldn't have it any other way. Come to think of it, how did you wind up at St. Ursula of all places? I was brought here by Arios, on Maribel's orders, I suspect. They divided the members of the SSS into different locations before placing us under surveillance. As for why, I believe they suspected that if we were all imprisoned together, we would band as one and attempt to dissuade KEA. Well, they're not wrong. In that case, we're gonna have to search everyone we can to track down Ellie and Randy. There's also the possibility that they're currently in Crossbell City, which would making them reaching them impossible. Then again, the fact that Tio was here means there's a good chance they built both elsewhere and in state. That's true. Assuming KEA is in the city, they will have to keep you four as far away from her as possible. I have a question. Can I come with you guys too? Fran? Where's this coming from? I know I can't fight on the front lines like the rest of you, but I can still be your operator just like I was before. You mentioned something about using Waze's airship to get around, didn't you? That's perfect. I can help you from there while you're on ground, please. Fran. Should we, Lloyd? Well, I admit that Merkaba's in short on staff. We could use his help. But I'll leave the decision in your hands, Lloyd. Let's be clear. Right now, your sister's loyalty lies with the Defense Force, Fran. Coming with us means going up against Noelle. Are you really okay with that? Yes I am. Obviously, I don't want to fight Noe, but even still, I have a job to do as a member of the CPD. I can't just stand back and watch all of this happen in my home. I understand. Alright, then we're happy to welcome you aboard, Fran. Yes! Thanks for doing this, Lloyd! It's good to have you back, Fran. Better to get good for Abbas. His workload's about to go down drastically. It sounds like everything is settled then. Yeah, I guess that means it's time for us to head out, Cecile. Of course. Promise me you'll be careful out there. Sally, there isn't much I can do to help you directly right now. After all, my place is here at the hospital, but even so, I'll be praying for your safety. Thank you. That's more than enough. Thank you for everything, Cecile. You took such good care of me. I owe you my life. Literally. Aw.
私なんてずっとお世話になりっぱなしで
Now, keep crying like that and you'll be spoiled that cute little face of yours. Come to think of it, Fran, don't you have things to pack before you leave with them? You should prepare a change of clothes at the very least. Oh right, I need to get all my stuff together. Sorry guys, I'll get it done as quick as I can, so sit tight. Things would be much livelier on the board with her around. Of course, part of the reason I was in favor of it was for the sake of Merkaba's morale. And one more thing just came to mind. While you're waiting for her, why not take this opportunity to say hi to Inspector Donovan and Ilya? Wait, what? You mean they're... That's right. They both woke up not too long ago. Oh, let's go. Sadly, Ilya is still no condition to be on her feet. Inspector Donovan is recovering well, however. Thank goodness, they're both doing better. That means a great idea. We'll save all our Bodum off for a while. We'll be afraid for Fran if nothing else. Yeah, let's go see them. Allow me to join you. I will wait here for you to finish. My presence would likely cause the patients a fair bit of alarm. Have you been taking the time to study these days, Megan? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been really in the mood. With everything going on in Crossbell, I find it difficult to focus. I'm too worried about everyone in Lotus Heights. It's completely understandable that you feel that way. But don't forget what you're here for. Make sure you get back to those books once you calm down, okay? Studying is all about persistence. Miss one day and it'll cost you 3 more to get back into rhythm. I know you're worried about what's going on in the city, but this isn't the time to start slacking off, okay? Yeah, I get that, honestly. Hey, Ilias, we're getting cautious. And could it be more over the moon? This all makes the time we spent staying here and praying for her recovery totally worth it. Times are tough right now, so as much as likely to give to pay Lady Ilya a visit, we need to hold back. Say we should try to help around the hospital and make ourselves as useful as we can be. Sorella intended. I'm trying out a new S-craft I came up with yesterday. Except the S stands for sheet drying. I call it the pile driver. Like it? Stacking sheets together lets me drive twice as many as once. That means I should be done in half the time, right? Now I can essentially cover all of Mephia's work while she has a day off. I think. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't work. Oh my god. The janitor. So you've been fighting the defense force all this time? Sorry, I didn't mean to sound like I didn't have any confidence in you. Know that whatever happens, you have the full support of everyone here at St. Ursula. Thank you. We'll be needing it.
I heard that the barrier around the city extends past Crossbow Cathedral. I had much I wanted to consult Archbishop Arelda about, but I suppose that's off the table. What a shame.
Archbishop Arelda? Wonder how he's holding up right now. I wonder how my wife and son are doing in the city right now. God is willing, they'll stay safe from any illness or injury. Oh, hello, Tio. I'm in the middle of performing some maintenance on our equipment. Mind checking these valves for me? Well, if you look closely, the durability figures are slightly below the minimum value. The likeliest explanation is that the moving parts are degrading due to age. I thought as much. This is a fine mess. Tio must have gotten really familiar with the staff and faculty during the stay here. Seems like St. Ursula and the SSS can both agree on how nice she is to have around, as far as Orbital Tech is concerned. Right after the Cross Bell formally declared independence, I received a notice to return to Empire, but I decided to remain here. Here's where I belong. There's still so much I can learn. Sorry, Bonia, but I'm not ready to return home just yet. Things are no safer over there than they are here. Anyway, I hope my family hasn't been caught in the crossfire of civil war. Yes, your postpositive progress seems to be proceeding without issue. If it were up to me, I'd discharge you immediately, but even if I did, I know where this is going. We're still not allowed to travel along the highways, right? Geez, may as well stay hospitalized if I'm not going to be able to go back to the city. Did you hear the good news? Lily and Inspector Donovan are both regaining consciousness. It's been one piece of bad news after another lately. Hearing they woken up just was a real light I needed to get me out of my slump. Tio, my dear, is it true that you're going to be leaving us? Yes, I'll be going with the others. Thank you for everything, Martha. I hope I managed to repay you for how you took care of me all those years ago, if only just a little. Now, that's all in the past. Don't you worry your cute little head about it. Remember that you're welcome to visit us whenever you like. Take care of yourself out there, alright? Yes, of course. I'll make sure I do. Oh. Oh, it's already time for the nurse to take your temperature again.
Come on in.
Pardon us.
Well, I'll be. Bandits, Hemisphere. What are you doing here?
It's good to see you again, Inspector Donovan. And who do we have here? A lovely lady friend of yours. We can always come back later if you prefer a little privacy together.
I finally wake up for being in a coma for who knows how long, and just say you greet me?
Adios is watching, Father Wazy. This is Farah, Inspector Donovan's wife. She has been staying here at the hospital to take care of him. It's nice to meet you too. Thank you for always helping out my Donnie. I've heard a lot about the SSS from him and Tio. You sound like quite a motley group. Your praise honors me. I'm not sure that's what it was.
Good thing you two are here. Besides, I got questions that need answering. Just what's going on out there?
Of course. Let me start at the beginning.
Holy city of Arteria. Things are a lot more serious than I thought. The way it sounds, I'm guessing you'll be better off if HQ doesn't know anything about this little conversation.
If you wouldn't mind. Well, it doesn't matter to me either way. I'm not a fugitive here. Fugitive? Never mind that. Inspector, has anyone from Crossbow City been in contact since you woke up? Well, Raymond did come to visit, and he told me a little bit about what's going on. From what I gather, the CPD's been consolidated into that new defense force as one of its lower branches. Their day-to-day is still the same for the most part, but they've basically been relegated to doing chores in the city. I assumed as much. That's the only way it could have gone, really, the way the president set this up. But wasn't there any pushback? I mean, surely not everyone in the department's okay with this. I don't know about Vice Commissioner Pierre, but I can't imagine Chief Sergei or Dudley were fine with it. Well, it's between you and me. It seems Sergei, Dudley, Raymond, and some of the folks in the Metropolitan Division are up to something. And what would that be? You didn't hear this from me, but they're biding their time, waiting for an opportunity to flip everything on its head. They're not the type to just roll over and take it all on the chin, which means not all hope is lost. But getting in contact is going to prove difficult. Let's just leave the city to them. We need to work on breaking this deadlock another way, from outside the barrier. Good call. You kids are fighting up an uphill battle, but know that I'm rooting for you. Once I'm healthy, I plan to back up there and give Sergei the boys a hand. Honey, if you must, but let your colleagues handle it for now. You need to rest first. I'm not letting you set one foot out of the hospital until you may have full recovery. To make myself clear.
Yes, dear.
I never heard anyone talk to him like this. The inspector's no match for his wife, as I come to understand. Love come in many forms. I would say Donny Boy's a lucky man. There you guys are. Hey, Fran. I see you dressed for the occasion. Are all done packing? You betcha! How do I look? I miss seeing you in your uniform, Fran. Welcome back to the force. I missed it too. Were you visiting Inspector Donovan just now? Yeah, we just finished catching up. Are you gonna be doing the same? That's right. I'm just gonna leave. I couldn't just leave without saying goodbye to him. He saved my life during the raid, after all. I don't ever think of enough for that. We understand. You did what you have to. Wait up. Thanks. See you guys in a bit. Wow, why does she... While she does that, why now we don't check in with Ilya? Yeah, sounds good. Oh. Dr. Salen. Dr. Salen? Oh, good to see you, SSS. This used to be Shizuku's room. What are you doing here by yourself? Oh, she's a former patient of mine. Oh, give me a second here. I was simply working for some funds. Such as how she's been since Arios McLean took her from the hospital. Now that I think about it, I haven't heard anything about her since that day. She must be holed up with the others at Orcus Tower. Having a patient wrested out of your care is a shameful experience, even if it was by your own father. Still, I understand the circumstances were anything but ordinary. Arios has been appointed as Secretary of Defense. I know there was simply no way he could allow her to stay here any longer, but it doesn't make it any easier to accept. I'm sorry, Doctor. No, I should be apologizing. You don't need to hear about my troubles. You come to visit your friends, correct? I'd like some time alone if you wouldn't mind. Shizuka McLean. I have painstakingly drafted out her treatment plan for the next year. Having a patient wrested out of your care. Visitors? Who is it? You can come in. Please excuse us. Hey there, Tia. Did you bring Well, if it isn't my favorite little guy. And you're Wazy, right? I'll talk to Labs after an injury. It really has been a long time, Ilya. Sorry for the sudden visit. I didn't know we were going to get a chance to come see you. Don't be ridiculous, silly. You three take a seat and make yourselves comfortable. You're welcome to help yourselves to the sweets the fans have been sending me. The cookies shouldn't be too stale, I'm sure. Cookies acquired. I hadn't realized just how tight of a spot you guys are in. It's crazy to think how far Crossbell has fallen in the time since the raid. Yeah. No one would blame you if you thought you were still dreaming right now. The frustration of not being able to move my legs is sobering enough, thank you very much. If I can only walk out of here and see the state of Ark and Seal is in with my own eyes. Hey, Ilya, about your condition, how's it looking? Oh, Dad? Dr. Sailing told me that so far she doesn't know whether I'll ever be able to walk again. Though, on the bright side, that means she didn't rule it out either. I thought that might be the case. Oh, enough with the long faces, you two. Are you trying to bum me out? Listen here. If I've been convinced that it's impossible for me to even ever walk again, then it might as well be, right? What? This is no different than working the stage. I have a goal to pursue, the way I've always have. So no matter how much painful or hopeless it might have seemed, as long as I got a ray of hope, then that's my spotlight at the end of the tunnel. So don't go giving up on me. I sure won't. You realize something else? Am I? I don't think I said anything at all out of the ordinary. Besides, I think what all of you are trying to accomplish is a lot harder than what I'm going through. Is it? Put into perspective, it's hard to ignore just how difficult our path is going to be. Then take a page out from my book and don't shy away. People will do whatever it takes to fight for what matters most to them. I think that's what makes us human, no matter how we may differ in strength. What makes us human? Well put. Though I'll admit, I'm a bit greedier than most. Good enough isn't enough for yours truly. So I don't think I'm the only one like that. The same could be said of all our troop members, including Rixie, of course. Ilya, do me a favor. If you see her, there's a message I want you to pass along. What is it that matters most to you? Can you truly turn your back in the face of what you hold dear? Sure thing. I'll make sure Rixia hears that when we manage to find her. I'll hold you to it. And mainly, I'm still worried about all my fellow troop members in the city. Then again, this is Ark and Seal I'm talking about. Knowing them, they're practicing just as hard as ever. So you're worried about whether they're not rehearsing? I am certainly there galloping about in laces and frills as we speak. To be an artist. Plus, these are important years for Sully's growth in particular. That girl had better improve by the leaps and bounds by the time I make my stunning comeback. She's a character, isn't she? That fervent dancer moniker follows her even when she's in no shape to dance. It would seem her role as a sun princess extends beyond the stage. I've had a chance to speak with her several times since I became stranded in the hospital. It would have been a challenge keeping myself together if not for her and Cecile. I'm glad they were here then. That said, now we're going to have to track down Rixia too. Easier said than done. That's going to be able to coming down to Audios' will, more likely than not. Should we head back and check on Fran? Yeah, she must be ready by now. Afterward, Loy and the others met back with Zate. They said their goodbyes to Cecile and then left St. Ursula Hospital. On their way back, Wazy discovered another blind spot in the Septium Veins' influence just in front of the hospital. He placed a second warp circle there, making it possible for the Merkaba to travel to St. Ursula and pick him up. With Tio and Fran aboard, the team is now able to track wanted monsters and other requests along the highways from the Merkaba's terminal. The terminal can be found in Merkaba's lower cabin, and be sure to check it when you have the time. New blind spots in the Septium Veins' influence detected. I will relay you the data. Okie dokie. Coordinates identified. It's in northeast of Crossbelt, near America Village. Impressive. And these two are quite helpful. GLaDOS sensory receptivity is valuable in itself, but having a dedicated operator has raised the ship's overall efficiency as well. I'm still flying by the seat of my pants, honestly. Searching for places we can land would be much easier with you on crew. So what now? Would you like to head to our new landing point? Yeah, we should go confirm the situation in America Village too. Full speed ahead. Destination American airspace. Course set. Maintaining high alert. Oh yeah, let me Abbas was just showing me how to use the ship's main terminal. Surprisingly, the Merkaba systems were designed by none other than the Epstein Foundation. Wait, really? There's no mistaking it. I do recall spotting church officials visiting the Foundation's headquarters in the past. Had the two truly been collaborating all this time? Yes, though naturally is off the record. This Merkaba is powered by what is known by the Heavenly Chariot, an artifact capable of providing flight-based transport. After the Orbital Revolution, we worked with the Foundation to refurbish it into what you see now, using the Heavenly Chariot as Enigma. As an engine. The Heavenly Chariot. That's the name Zate muttered the first time you guys showed me the ship on Tangram Hill. You may as well know that the church has also assisted with the development of battle hornets, among other technologies. The orbital arts you have all used have their foundation in the church's thaumaturgy. Fascinating. I should go without saying, but be aware that this information is strictly confidential. I trust you won't do anything to compromise it. Of course, we wouldn't dream of it. You have my word as well. Lloyd, do you have a moment? I wanted to give you this. Let's go. Is this your personal pom party account? Indeed. I thought it might provide a fun distraction from our current predicament. Feel free to challenge me at any time. I would be more happy to obliterate you. Well, alright, you're on. Feels confident in her pom party skills, and that's putting it lightly. I'll have to give it all I got to stand a chance. Where would I do that, though? Oh, here. Oh my gosh, it's all... Brand. Oh god, this is gonna suck. Fudge, okay. Okay, I think that's where we're gonna stop for now. That was a pretty good normal section, so I think we're gonna stop here. Holy crap, we have a lot to do now next time we come back. But anyway, thank you guys for coming by this the stream, for those in chat. And for those watching the VOD, if you like what you saw, leave a like and subscribe, and you'll be notified when the next VOD is up. Usually I upload these the day after the stream. And yeah, if you want to know when I'm live, you can follow me on Twitch, and all my socials are in my YouTube and Twitch profile bio. And yeah, for those watching on stream, when I'll be live, I'll hopefully be live later tonight. That's still to be determined. I have in my schedule Red Dead 2, because that's been my night game really, so that'll be fun if I have the chance to play it again. But yeah, I'll probably be back with this game tomorrow. This is crazy. I'm almost there. So until next time, guys, you take care and stay safe and stay healthy out there. Until next time, see ya.